ICO 2020 is going to be the biggest and best ever, thanks for the organising committee under the direction of Dr Bose, who has put a lot of time and effort and investment into making this a real wow factor for young people. It's going to be a most memorable event, and we look forward to seeing you all in Calcutta, in Delhi, in Pune, in Bangalore and in Goa. For the first time ever, we will have heats in Goa.
I think being in hospitality and the food industry, sustainability is a very major issue.
It is.
It is an issue that has got a global impact. We need to create a business ecosystem where sustainability holds a key. It has to sustain for over the next 100, 200, 500 years. Young people have to grow with the concept of sustainability and not just doing things as they like. So they have to be taught, they have to be educated. So the theme for this year's ICO 2020 is sustainability, where we'll try to do a lot of initiatives like PowerPoint presentation, projects, research, and as well as some of the rules of the ICO will be based on the realms of sustainability, so that we can really want to make the world a little more conscious and take sustainability much more seriously, and not just for the sake of talking about sustainability. So let's make the world a better place together.
The 2020 ICO, what they should expect is, first of all, we're all teachers, we're all learners. So we learn from one another. We will learn about other cultures, other ways of doing things. You know, the West is not always right. We have to look one another. We have to share good practice. And under sustainability, it is about sharing good practice in different parts of the world. We have to protect our world and protect it for the generations to come. Young people are very concerned about the environment, and therefore, because they're going to be here long after I've gone, long after we've all gone, we have to prepare for the next generations to come. Let's be prepared to make this 2020 YCO the greatest, the most memorable, but also will have the most impact ever before, because we are so concerned about sustaining and protecting the world.
So YCO was created as an academic platform for the culinary students and hospitality students across the globe. Of course, it's a competition, but then it's much more than a competition. It is very academic. It has got a very strong educational ambitions, and I think education is the soul of this competition. So I think by making sustainability the theme of this year's YCO, we have been able to bring education very close to the competition. So it's going to be a competition, but education will play a greater role, I believe, by getting all the students, participants, mentors, chefs, jury together under one great platform called IIHM Olympiad. It's going to be an amazing platform, and sustainability will hold the key for sure.
And Gandhi said, the future is what we decide today. So sustainability will have the impact of what we decide today. The future is how we prepare. The future is what we decide today. And that is the words of the great Gandhi himself. Well, we're going to create, each country will run their own competition to go out and reach out to school children, particularly secondary school children, to create a national dish based on national ingredients, and the winning schools their dish will be prepared at the YCO, International World of Chefs, United World of Chefs, and the winning school will receive a International Hospitality Council Foundation gold medal.
Outreach program, and the ambition is to not just limit it to the competition level, but to involve a lot more of the people throughout the world, especially the school children, especially to our students of the colleges and the other culinary colleges which are not participating.
But food is an international language. Food determines the culture. Food determines the food culture we have. And that's so important to reach out to these young people, because so much can be learned through food. History, sociology, geography, so much can be learned through the production of the food chain. So let's reach out to these schools and let's make the learning meaningful. We connect the world together because hospitality and tourism is the biggest growth area in the world, and it also underpins so many economies. It is a great contributor to the gross national product of any country. It also is important because it raises taxes. In this particular country, it is the hospitality industry through taxation that supports all our public services. So the finance is based on a successful hospitality and tourism industry, and we want to reach out to schools, we want to reach out to colleges, we want to reach out to governments and say to governments, look after tourism, look after hospitality. It's a very, very important area of study that will bring in wealth and economic growth to your country.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, culinary, as Professor Foskett said, food is the most important ingredients of our life. Not just it's important to live, but also as an industry, it supports millions of the people all over the world. So obviously, I'd like to request to everybody to come forward and contribute to the cause to the International Hospitality Council Foundation, and this foundation will support thousands of young children all over the world by different means, and by the means of culinary education as well. So yes, I mean, that would be absolutely awesome to have some funding from the people who can afford it, and to make this foundation very, very active, vibrant foundation to support employability, to support education, and support the people who cannot afford for the higher education or the culinary education. So we are absolutely committed for that.
Start off as a kitchen assistant, end up as a general manager, end up as a chairman of a company, because you're always learning. And this is the fantastic industry for social mobility. The YCO is about developing young people. Young people are our future. Young people will help to raise the taxes that keep us in our old age. It is a great investment to invest in the YCO, invest in the International Hospitality Council Foundation to help young people throughout the world to access jobs, employability skills, to raise people out of poverty. This is a fantastic industry to raise people out of poverty and therefore not be dependent on the state. This industry can do so much for society in bringing people together. It can do so much to create social cohesion, harmony, because we also entertain people, we look after people, we are hospitable to people, and that's the most important thing. And in India, the hospitality is all part of their DNA. They look after people, and this has gone back centuries, that hospitality, to be human, is to be hospitable. Good, yeah.